In 1954, Congress passed the Kansas-Nebraska Act, which nullified the Missouri Compromise's use of the latitude as boundary separating free states and slave states and opened the Kansas and Nebraska territories under the doctrine of popular sovereignty, which decreed that the residents would determine whether the area became a free state or a slave state. Bloody Kansas, the name said to be coined by Horace Greeley's New York Times, was a series of violent confrontations between anti-slavery free state settlers and pro-slavery border ruffians over control of the new territory of Kansas. Anti-slavery settlers, which consisted of abolitionist and free soil settlers from the north, established an anti-slavery settlement in Topeka and Lawrence. The free soil settlers were not necessarily against slavery itself, but the institution brought with the plantation system. Cotton plantations would have driven out the small homesteaders. The free soilers cared more about their land than the plight of slaves.
Border ruffians poured into Kansas from Missouri and settled in Leavenworth and Atchison. By late 1855, rival governments had been established in Kansas. Northerners reputedly shipped free state settlers and armaments to Kansas. The tense situation soon erupted into violence through two dramatic events that are regarded as opening shots of the Civil War. In May 1856, a group of border ruffians crossed the border from Missouri and attacked the free soil community of Lawrence, looting and burning numerous buildings. In response to the looting of Lawrence, a radical abolitionist by the name of John Brown led a group of free state men to a pro-slavery settlement at Pottawatomie Creek. On Brown's orders, 5 men were butchered into pieces with broadswords. The so-called border wars lasted for another 4 months. Newly appointed territorial governor John W. Geary managed to cool the border wars with the aid of federal troops, but Kansas had apparently not ceased in bleeding. In 1858, the Marist Des Cygnes massacre of 5 free state men occurred, although in that same year, Kansas once and for all rejected the pro-slavery Lecompton Constitution and thus becoming a free state in January 1861.
And when he put his arms around her, smiled as fierce as a 40-pounder.